Well, welcome to Sunday School. This is the last Sunday school of uh, before the before Christmas. Let's just say. Yesterday we observed the winter solstice. If you're below the equator, it is your summer solstice. I hope you're warm. Okay. But anyway, today. Uh, for Sunday school, I thought I would talk a little bit about memories in a roundabout way. Okay, at this time of year, uh, especially in the generation that I come from and in the culture I grew up in, uh, there's lots of warm memories of this time of year because you get together with family. Uh, there's incredible food involved, and uh, people are just kind of generally good to each other at this time, or at least they should be. And so many of us have warm memories of this uh, time of year, and we look back nostalgically. And uh, I'm a Cancer, okay, yeah, and we're just suckers for nostalgia and things like that. So you look back, you watch old TV shows that you've seen before, uh, replay uh, White Christmas and shit like that. So, but memories are incredibly an important factor in your incarnational adventure. Uh, I once read somewhere about every atom uh, in everything around us. Every atom has gone through millions and millions of incarnations. Has been on the, yeah, it's been in the sun. It's been other planets. It's been in water. It's been in fire. It's been in air. It's been uh, and the only thing that has changed it is its memory of its adventure. Otherwise, it's essentially the same thing. Memory work is very important in the technology of the Egyptian Book of the Dead. It uh, it enables you to occupy uh, at least part of your brain until it becomes part of your mind, which is not directly dependent upon the organic brain as you're going through the death experience or the death coma. And so it has become an important part, memory work has become an important part of initiatory uh, uh, function. Okay. Uh, Masons have you memorize a whole ton of stuff. Okay. Or at least in the old days, Masons had to memorize the the description, the narrative of their own initiation ceremonies, as if it had to, not only did you experience on the night of your initiation, but you had to implant it in yourself every step of the way, every time you were informed something, every time you were taken from one part of the temple to another part of the temple. It's very important. memory work is very important. Crowley wrote uh, uh, a paper, an essay, a Liber, if you will, on training of the memory, called it Liber Therscharb, which is beret sheet spelled backwards. And in the AA program, Crowley's AA program, very early on, in the first couple degrees, the new initiate is obligated to memorize a chapter of a particular holy book. And when you're that earlier in your career, you don't know why the hell am I memorizing this? And you're not even encouraged to try to find a commentary on it. Just memorize it. Just plant it deep where memorized things go in you. And looking back nostalgically, I was looking at the biography of Phyllis Seckler the other day, and because she was my AA superior in the early days, and she had me, the chapter that I chose to memorize was in Liber 65, which is the heart girt with serpent. And Liber 65 is sort of broken up into chapters that are roughly dedicated to the elements. And the very first chapter contains a prologue that is just totally recognizable to almost everybody. And don't worry, I'm not going to read you the whole thing, but my technique to memorizing things, because I'm slow, okay, and I have to really take a lot of time and trick myself and go in the back door of educational work and stuff like that. And so when I memorize things, I got to trick myself in a dramatic way to get it in my brain in order to plant it deeper, like in the Masons. Okay, I chose to qualify for all 3 degrees. In long form, they call it. Okay, you can become a master mason with a minimum memory work, but if you're going to be an officer, if you plan on being an officer, you need to, at least in California, you need to qualify by memorizing the long form, which used to be for everybody, but that's beside the point. And the only way that I could do it was to role play that I was a 1804 Mason in like North Carolina or someplace. And in those days, Masons could smoke in temple even. They all smoked cigars and stuff because old Masonic lodges smell like cigars. But anyway, I'd have to pretend I had a cigar in my, and the language is so archaic that if I memorized it with a deep Southern accent, yeah, treat them with condensation, or not condensation. Okay, to your superiors in rank and okay, and it worked. Okay, and it seemed like, well, you're just you're totally disrespectful there, but it worked. Okay, it worked. And for this one, I had to start memorizing it with, I treated it like jazz scat talk. And I had a rhythm to it that went, and so it starts off, I am the heart and the snake is entwined about the invisible core of the mind. Rise, O my snake, it is now the hour of the hooded and holy ineffable flower. Rise, O my snake, into brilliance of bloom on the corpse of Osiris, afloat on the tomb. Okay. Okay. But anyway, I'm going to, I've got Crowley wrote a small, like one or two sentences for each of the verses, or for each section, and I'm just going to read up to a certain point and give you an example of how Crowley interprets this, because it's his vision, it's his holy book, okay? But it is intended to be the format for everybody's own personal holy book. Okay, I'm going to take it to, okay, I am the heart and the snake is entwined about the invisible core of the mind. Rise, O my snake, it is now the hour of the hooded and holy ineffable flower. Rise, O my snake, into brilliance of bloom on the corpse of Osiris, afloat in the tomb. O heart of my mother, my sister mine own, thou art given to Nile, to the terror, Typhon. Ah me, but the glory of ravening storm enswathes thee in rhapsody and frenzy of form. Be still, O my soul, be still, O my soul, that the spell may dissolve, as the wands are upraised and the aeons revolve. Behold in my beauty how joyous thou art, thou, O snake that caresses the crown of mine heart. Behold, we are one, and the tempest of years goes down to the dusk, and the beetle appears. O beetle, the drone of thy dolorous note be ever the trance of this tremulous throat. I await the awaking, the summons on high from the Lord Adonai, from the Lord Adonai. Let's see how Crowley handled that. He calls that the invocation of Kundalini. The adept dies to the natural world and blooms as a lotus. He ceases and enters the midnight silence, where he adores Kephra. Then he awaits the coming of his Lord. The next little section is Adonai. Now, Adonai is a substitute word for, it could be translated Lord, okay? But it's a substitute word also for one's own holy guardian angel. Adonai spake unto VVVVV. Okay, that's Crowley in one of his pretty exalted level mottos, saying, there must ever be division in the word, for the colors are many, but the light is one. Therefore thou writest that which is of emerald, mother of emerald, and of lapis lazuli, and of turquoise and alexandrite. Another writeth the words of topaz, and of deep amethyst, and of gray sapphire, and of deep sapphire, with a tinge as of blood. Therefore do ye fret yourselves because of this? Be not content with the image. I, who am the image of an image, say this, debate not of the image, saying, beyond, beyond. One mounteth unto the crown, by the moon, and by the sun, and by the arrow, and by the foundation, and by the dark home of the stars from the black earth. I'll digress for a second. Kabbalists will recognize all of the landmarks in the tree of life and what he's talking about. But don't analyze this. Don't put on your Kabbalist hat while you're memorizing this stuff. It's bigger than your freaking Kabbalistic analysis. Not that the analysis isn't cool, but you want to get really cool with this stuff, okay? But I digress. Not otherwise may ye reach unto the smooth point. Nor is it fitting for the cobbler to prate of the royal matter. O cobbler, mend me this shoe that I may walk. O king, if I be thy son, let us speak of the embassy to the king thy brother. Okay, Crowley's little comment on that section was, the angel says, each man sees nature in his own particular way. What he sees is only an image. All images must be ignored. The adept must aspire single-heartedly to the smooth point. That's another name of Kether, number 1 on the Tree of Life. This matter cannot be discussed in common language. The king must speak of kingly things in a kingly way. The next verse was, then there was silence. Speech had done with us a while. There is a light so strenuous that it's not perceived as light. And here's what he says about that. Silence. The adept reports his impressions. Okay, A, the highest degree of any given kind of energy surpasses the receptive power of the observer. This, it appears, as if of some other order. That's the light so strenuous it's not perceived as light. Okay, I continue. Next verse, wolf's bane is not so sharp as steel, yet it pierces the body more subtly. He said, the subtler form of energy, the more potent, but it's less easily observed. The next verse was, even as evil kisses corrupt the blood, so do my words devour the spirit of men. The spirit of man, with a small m. And he just simply says, truth destroys the reason. The next line, I breathe, and there is infinite dis-ease in the spirit. He comments, life disturbs the placidity of the mind's acceptance of dead symbols as reality. Okay, excuse me while my camera spins around here. Okay. As an acid eats into steel, as a cancer that utterly corrupts the body, so am I unto the spirit of man. His interpretation, his comment, the knowledge and conversation of the holy guardian angel gives a new and higher form of energy which destroys the grosser types of existence. The next line is, I shall not rest until I have dissolved it all. He says, the process continues until complete. Next line is, so also the light that is absorbed. One absorbs little and is called white and glistening. One absorbs all and is called black. Phenomena results from resistance to love. Perfect union is silent. Next few lines say, therefore, O my darling, art thou black. O my beautiful, I've likened thee to a jet Nubian slave, a boy of melancholy eyes. O the filthy one, the dog, they cry against thee, because thou art my beloved. Now, here's one of my favorite lines that he comments on those three lines. V, 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 being perfectly adeptus minor, okay, it's number 6 on the tree of life, appears evil. Take that. Okay. V, 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 being perfectly adeptus minor, appears evil. The next line is, happy are they that praise thee, for they see thee with mine eyes. Okay, those who understand all this work praise V, 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 V. Next couple lines, not aloud shall they praise thee, but in the night watch. One shall steal close and grip thee with the secret grip. Another shall privily cast a crown of violets over thee. A third shall greatly dare and press mad lips to thine. Yea, the night shall cover all. The night shall cover all. And these people that recognize V, 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 they do so in secret ways. 25. That's the verse. Thou wast long seeking me. Thou didst run forward so fast that I was unable to come up with thee. O thou darling fool, what bitterness thou didst crown thy days withal. I love this one. Perdurabo, that's Crowley too, Perdurabo hindered his own success by overeagerness. Okay. The next couple lines. Now I am with thee. I shall never leave thy being, for I am the soft, sinuous one entwined about thee, heart of gold. And here's a line that many of us forget or overlook, or that just plain doesn't sink in. The people say, have you gained knowledge and conversation of the holy guardian angel? You know, well, if so, why do mosquitoes still bite you? If so, why do you still get bummed out? Why do you complain about how cold it is? Why do you complain about Sacramento? You know, it's not something that takes place in time as we understand it. Okay. And it's only as it is occurring do you realize that it has always been occurring and never will stop occurring. That it's a door that once is open is impossible to ever close again. Crowley's comment on that, the line was, now I am with thee, I shall never leave thy being. For I am the soft, sinuous one entwined about thee, heart of gold. And his simple comment is, union once made is permanent. And that's what I'm going to leave you with the Sunday school message for today. And we can all get on with our day. And I got to prepare for Monday night magic class tomorrow. And so does Constance. Anyway, that's it. Okay, if we leave you with anything concerning your climb up the tree of life, your progressive step-by-step awakening, just remember, union, once made, is permanent. Do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law. Love is the law, love under will.